Vanillaware is known for creating top-notch games. 13 Sentinels, Agus Rim, Dragon's Crown, and now Unicorn Overlord. Does this game, in fact, keep the course of the quality of games Vanillaware is known for? Or does it falter and leave us wishing for something more? Unicorn Overlord is the story of a kingdom fallen. The kingdom of Cornea is overthrown by the evil Zenoria, but before all hope is lost, the current queen sends her son Elaine away in hopes of one day having him come back and retake the kingdom. Fast forward to adulthood, and the kingdom of Cornea and all surrounding kingdoms are ruled by Zenoria. They have sunk their teeth into the blood of every kingdom, killing all who oppose them. Their rule knows no end. This is where Elaine gets thrust into the conflict, when the small island he was hidden away on becomes threatened by Zenoria. Elaine and his friends make the choice to leave and head back to his home country. But when he sees the state of the world he left behind, it becomes apparent that he is needed. This is only the beginning because of one of his friends getting kidnapped upon arrival. Elaine has no choice but to rescue her and rescue his kingdom. Unicorn Overlord's story is a fantastic journey with extremely likable characters and locations. As Elaine travels the kingdoms to restore order, he meets new people that only bolsters the ranks of his army. He also gets to decide on former enemies, possibly joining those ranks. With the choice to kill or recruit some of the enemies you meet, you get to decide what ruler you will become. I don't believe those have a factor on the overall story, with the only real choice being at the end, giving you one of two possible endings. However, saving them means a stronger army, so in my mind, that seemed like a no-brainer. Unicorn Overlord is a tactical JRPG. You have your battlefield, which has points you can capture along the way to capturing the enemy's main base. These bases can allow for you to deploy more allies or heal your current ones. The game does a good job at pacing out new battlefields and tactics as the game progresses, like having to destroy gates before being able to enter a stronghold. I do feel like the amount of difference stutters towards the end, but overall the battles were enjoyable from start to finish, even with that lack of variety. I do also feel like side quests were a little weak. They were fun to do the mission, but some of the story points on the side quest were mid. Not all of them, but there were a good amount that had me just uninterested. I also liked that you could skip fights. You were not forced to watch the fight take place, but instead you could fast forward to the outcome. It sped up the overall game and let me get back to conquering the battlefields. As you get stronger, you get new weapons, accessories, and tactics. I felt like I was always finding a stronger weapon, which I thought was awesome. The sense that I was always getting stronger. The tactics also play a huge role. This allows you to choose what move happens at what time of the fight. If the enemy does this, use this attack, and so forth. This really shined when I was in a fight I could not beat. I realized I had a move that increased initiative for all my allies, and when watching the fight take place, this was followed up by the enemy kicking my ass. I changed this move to instead steal some of the enemy's moves, limiting the amount of attacks they could do. I won the fight on that next attempt. These little changes to my character's tactics allowed me to be thrusted to victory and really showed why this game was so special. Now, this is not to mention the overworld that is left for you to explore and unfog. I do feel like the overworld, while looking different between regions, was still a lot of the same stuff. There was not much of a difference between exploring in regions minus terrain. The music in the game was an amazing addition, and I often found myself humming along while I explored. Graphics as well were fantastic. Now, on to glitches and bugs. So, yeah, there wasn't really any. Sometimes objects were weird in trying to pick them up, but other than that, this game played perfectly and was extremely polished. Overall, Unicorn Overlord is another massive hit for Vanillaware and Atlas, and one I would easily recommend. I would give Unicorn Overlord a 9 out of 10. As far as the platinum, I would give it a 2 out of 10 for difficulty. It is a very easy platinum as long as you're good at tactical games. If not, I'd probably bump that up to a 4 out of 10. There are no missable trophies and they are all pretty self-explanatory. Only one that can be a bit confusing is journal entries. You have to actually go into your journal and scroll through the entries as they unlock to unlock the trophies. Also, there is one about getting a goat to steal your biscuit. This is done on the last region you go to. There's going to be a goat carving that you can go to and a bunch of goats by that carving. What you'll do is you'll go to give the goat a biscuit, which they can be bought at a nearby town. It will say, "This goat seems angry," and you will choose to walk away and not feed it. This will have the goat attack you and steal the biscuit. I looked for that trophy for a while, couldn't figure it out. It was towards the end of the game, so if you're trying to knock it out early, you're going to have to wait. Other than that, though, if you guys have any questions about the trophy or the game, let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more Platinum Reviews goodness. As always, this is Chris with Platinum Reviews. Keep getting those trophies, and I'll catch you on the next video.